Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppets. Today, joined by
Tobias, Major of Macros.
Yes, and today we're cracking a bottle of beer we got from Dalton, aka Dalt Beer, or Mr. Dalton Beer. Well, I don't know. Does he have a nickname? He never got a nickname on the channel. But Dalton just was called Dalton back in the day. If you watched the channel back in the day when I was studying in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Dalton was often on the show, a good friend of mine, and reviewed a lot of La Cumbre beers and whatnot. Dalton is right now based in Colorado and Denver, and he's very close to a very famous brewery called Wellworks. And he was, pretty awesome to help us get some Wellworks beers. But he also sent this along because it was a new brewery kind of discovered, I think, with his brother as well, Austin. I've never heard of them, but he recently had this. I was looking forward to our thoughts on it because he really enjoyed it. So this is Wood Boss Brewing Company in Denver, Colorado, and this is their secular Peachy morals. So they have secular morals, and this is the peachy one because it's with peaches.
Nice.
And this is a Belgian strong golden ale. When have we last reviewed a Belgian strong golden?
Hard to say.
I can't remember. It's one of those classic styles
It's
there. It's there, but it's something you don't really drink too much anymore.
I mean, before the video, we were talking a bit about Stille Nacht from our Christmas calendar.
Yeah.
And
it looks kind of
somewhat in the veins of that, but still not really.
Yeah. But this is also done quite different. It's almost done in the style that Anchorage did a lot back in the day with doing these big Belgian strong golden ales or triples or whatever that they age in barrels with Brettanomyces and whatnot. Because this is what they did. They aged this for 2.5 years on 3 different strains of Brettanomyces. It was aged in Sauvignon Blanc, I think it was wine barrels as well, and it's been conditioned on Palisade peaches.
Chardonnay, wasn't it?
Cabernet Sauvignon, sorry. So it's the red wine barrels. Interesting. Not Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, with the color. So Cabernet Sauvignon barrels, 3 strains of Brettanomyces, and 2 different harvest years of Palisade peaches. So, man, this beer has taken a long time to make. So first conditioned in peaches and then conditioned again. But Palisade peaches are quite famous.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what we think. It'll be fun. So it looks like a beer that's definitely been aged for a while because it's not very golden anymore. It's more of a copper color. And I guess that's both the barrel but also age. A bit of oxidation. But yeah, it's like a coppery orange, rust orange, and it's got a nice little off-white head. Check out the aroma.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very peachy.
Yeah, it is very peachy.
Very peachy. Quite vinous, spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it smells like an American wild ale, kind of, but it's not like crazy funky. There's a little bit of funk, but
I'm not getting much funk.
Smells like peaches with red wine barrel.
Yeah, red wine barrel sure.
It smells very old school Anchorage-like. Actually, it does. It reminds me a lot of the smells of like Tides and this Taker's Triple and stuff like that. But yeah, the red wine barrels are really shining on it.
But fairly dry red wine, I would say.
Yeah. There's almost like a candy note to it as well. I'm almost getting cinnamon or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
It smells quite nice. Also a bit of vanilla.
Mm.
Let's give it a taste, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for the beer, Dalton. Ooh. This was not what I expected.
No. Same for me.
It's like it's not so much a Belgian strong golden ale anymore. It's more like a funky blonde.
Yeah.
Sharp sourness, but nothing crazy. Really tannic.
And very dry.
Yeah, like bone dry.
Yeah.
A good kick of funk to it. It's really reminding me of old school Anchorage beers. Again, something like Tides and its Taker's Triple, because it has like a phenolic touch to it, like a peppery kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. The first sip was a curveball for sure. I really didn't expect that. But
this is because we have Belgian strong blonde in our minds.
Yeah.
So you're thinking all like that apple and whatever.
Yeah.
Just sweet and
it's much more sour than I would have expected.
Yeah, it drinks more like kind of like American wild ale, I think, or just like a soured American whatever blonde. like American golden sour ale, maybe more so is what it drinks like.
Also red apple.
Red
Yeah,
apple.
I can see that.
For sure.
There's a bit of caramel. There's a little bit of like oxidized sherry kind of flavor to it as well, which is quite nice.
Some woody dryness.
No trace of the ABV,
No.
which is
Oh, and that's actually quite surprising. It's 13%.
yeah, it's like it's red appley. It's loads of peachy, stone fruity flavor, and sharp sour peach, and like a nice funk. I don't think it's crazy funky, but it's like a musty kind of barnyardy funk. It's very like American wild ale kind of funk character to it, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's almost like a touch of like I just got a slight caramel thing, and then like like a really drying vineyards aftertaste. Like it's like a bone dry vineyards aftertaste, and I think also because it's Cabernet Sauvignon, maybe it's like it's red wine grapes. You're getting that kind of sherry thing because it's red wine barrel combined with oxidation and all this. Like it just seems like a more boosted kind of sherry flavor than maybe if it was a white wine barrel. Because it definitely has like a big time kind of oxidized sherry note, I think.
I think I would. It's hard to say, but I think I would have preferred it more on white wine barrels. I think that would have.
Yeah. What I think I also would have preferred is it not being 13%. This is like a glass of wine.
Yeah.
But I still think it definitely merits like a 92 or something like that. I think it's pretty good, especially for the style. Maybe a straight 90. I mean, it tastes like this kind of old school American approach to doing the funky beers, where they took like Anchorage did, like a triple or something, and then they age it for all kinds of time on Brett, long times on Brett, or did fruits or whatever. Kind of like what Vinny did at Russian River with like the Consecration and all these kind of beers. So even though some of those are like Belgian reds and Flemish kind of more in interpretation, but it seems like something like that. I think it's pretty good, but it's like I would just like it to be not 13%.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe a white wine barrel would suit it a bit better than a red wine barrel, but I still think it's really good. It almost reminds me of some of the stuff that they do at Penillin, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they use a lot
That's
of Chianti
actually,
barrels
yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm not all too keen on it,
Okay.
to be completely honest. Yeah. I think it's to put it simply, it's just a bit too much. Yeah. I think
Because the ABV or what?
yeah, it has like it's
Fuck man, I didn't notice the 13% at all.
Maybe
before
maybe
we were
the
about to shoot it.
ABV, maybe it's a tad on the sour side, to my preference. Yeah, and then I can't quite pinpoint it, but there's just something in this one which is a bit off in my taste. Yeah, it's hard to say. So I'll put it at 86. Yeah.
It's still a nice beer.
Yeah.
It's just like nothing like wow.
I've
For me.
had better sours.
Yeah.
That's just
But I
what
think it's also
I
because
want to say.
I think it also falls in between because it's not like it's not branded as a sour either. It's branded as they say, this is a Belgian
Yeah.
strong, golden strong ale.
Yeah.
But it's sour.
But it's sour.
But I think that's because they put all that bread in, and then also sourness from or bacteria from peaches, and possibly also bacteria from red wine barrels and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
13%
kudos to the project. It's it's a really crazy project with 2 years of peaches. And
But I would still say it for me at least merits a 90. I mean, it's similar to the Anchorage ones, just maybe not as well executed, and a bit more tart and snappy and sour. But it's not like I'm like, fuck, this is so crazy good. Like, but we are also blessed, and we just had like, it's lambic, but we had world class lambic earlier, so that also does something, But yeah, worth a shot if you can get it. Trade for it, maybe not, but if you're in Denver, definitely go check it out. So, yeah, if you guys had a chance to try the Wood Boss Brewing Company Barrel Age Series Secular Peachy Morals, let us know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton for the beer, Dalton. And as always, remember to subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and we're going to say cheers and really strong, funky Belgian strong golden ale with peaches. And see you guys in another beer review.